Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein.
It's just very strange for a lot of people that the list of clients that went to the island has not been made public.
Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it?
So if you were able to, you'll be...
Yeah, I'd certainly take a look at it. This is a Democrat hoax. Yeah, I'd be inclined to do the Epstein. I'd have no problem.
Evidence that shows that Epstein was a creation of either Mossad, Israeli intelligence, American intelligence.
But the bottom line is the records are getting out.
The president says in a politicized hoax.
They will contain the names of people associated with Jeffrey Epstein.
Prince Andrew and the former President Bill Clinton have been named.
More are expected to come out.
In the last few weeks, they've linked Epstein to some very famous names and exposed some very sordid details.
The notorious sex offender Jeffrey Epstein kept a so-called client list.
The fallout has spiraled into a full-blown political scandal that Donald Trump, for once, can't seem to shake. At the heart of it is the friendship between the president and the pedophile. Is the president lying?
Would you raise your hand, please? Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter now pending shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am. Would you please state your full name?
I'm Jeffrey Edward Epstein, and my residence address is 6100 Red Hook Boulevard in Virgin Islands.
Have you ever been convicted of a crime?
Yes.
The sex crimes of millionaire financier Jeffrey Epstein are appalling.
A new release of Jeffrey Epstein files has triggered a fresh controversy in the United States. The documents include serious allegations against President Donald Trump. The Justice Department says those allegations are false. The files are part of a law passed by Congress that forces the government to make Epstein-related records public. What's inside has sparked political anger and spread confusion online. This is the largest single release so far. The files include FBI tip reports, emails between prosecutors, flight records, photos, and internal notes. Most pages are heavily redacted. Names, addresses, and victim details are all blacked out. The department says this is required to protect survivors. Thousands of more documents are...
On June 30th, 2008, Jeffrey Epstein, a Palm Beach multimillionaire hedge fund manager, received what might have been the most lenient plea deal for a serial sex offender in U.S. history. The Miami Herald identified over 60 of his victims, just young middle and high school girls at the time of the abuse. More than a decade later, several of them are talking for the first time about how they were molested by Epstein and believe they were betrayed by the very prosecutors who were supposed to hold Epstein accountable.
We were victimized by Jeffrey Epstein, then re-victimized by the government.
Billionaire financier Jeffrey Epstein has been arrested.
A wealthy money manager whose friends have included presidents and a prince is behind bars in Manhattan tonight.
Jeffrey Epstein is dead.
Died by suicide overnight.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th.
With Jeffrey Epstein's story back in the headlines, people are once again scrambling to connect the dots. Every time new connections surface, they get stranger, murkier, and more unsettling. And one of the latest whispers ties none other than Melania Trump, the former First Lady of the United States, to Epstein himself. Now, that's a big claim. But before we rush to conclusions, let's go back. Way back. Before she was Mrs. Trump, Melania Knaus was just a young girl from Sevnica. Born in 1970, she was raised in modest surroundings. Her father worked as a car dealer, her mother in a textile factory. Modeling wasn't exactly a common dream in her part of the world, but by age 16, Melania was already pursuing it. She eventually made her way to Milan and Paris, working in the European fashion circuit. But unlike other models, her career was considered slow to take off.
Epstein files released. Now, I had a little hesitancy on that word because it's only part. The DOJ releasing a mass dump of heavily redacted documents tonight. And I want to just emphasize that point. By heavily redacted, I mean a lot of pages that look like this and this and this and this and this, and that's all I was going to do to the printer to make the point. Okay, there's a lot more of them. We have teams across CNN going through what was released right now in terms of pages that are not quite as black as these. But the DOJ is admitting in a letter to Congress that the files are not complete, separate from the redactions themselves. And that lack of completion is a big problem because the deadline by law, thanks to Congress forcing Trump's hand on the Epstein files, is today. Now, the key Republican who is behind getting that law passed is Congressman Thomas Massie, and he's posting on social media tonight, quote, unfortunately, today's document released by AG Pam Bondi and Deputy AG Todd Blanche grossly fails to comply with both the spirit and the letter of the law that Donald Trump signed just 30 days ago. And Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene said, quote, release all the files. It's literally the law. Well, they did not, and they have not yet. The White House saying tonight that it did not receive the Epstein documents that were released by the Department of Justice before they were released. So they're saying that they weren't involved with what the DOJ chose to put out today. But the Justice Department did brief the White House on what the documents contain. So what do we actually have tonight on the pages that aren't black as the country starts to shut down and check out for the end of year holiday time? We do have some apparently never before released documents, along with thousands of files that were already public, the redactions, of course, and a whole bunch of pictures of Bill Clinton. Now, among the never before released documents is this photo of Bill Clinton. He's with Epstein. Got a print out of that one as well. And then a photo of a shirtless Clinton in a jacuzzi next to another person who...
With the Epstein story back in the headlines, people are once again trying to connect the dots, and each time, the connections get even more surprising. One of the latest? A link between Melania Trump and Jeffrey Epstein.
Only I have my story. I know the truth.
Let's rewind a bit. Melania Naus, yes, before she was a Trump, started modeling at just 16. Born in what was then Yugoslavia, she worked in Paris and Milan before landing in the US in 1996, thanks to a man named Paolo Zampoli. He sponsored her immigration, gave her modeling gigs, and even arranged for her to share an apartment with photographer Matthew Atanian. Now here's...
In newly released Epstein files, one photograph is now raising fresh questions at the highest levels of power. The latest batch of Jeffrey Epstein documents has revealed an unexpected and controversial link, this time touching the inner circle of First Lady Melania Trump. The documents, published on the Justice Department's website, include a striking photograph featuring disgraced Hollywood director Brett Ratner. Ratner is currently directing an upcoming documentary centered on Melania Trump, making the image especially explosive. The image shows Ratner embracing a shirtless Jean-Luc Brunel, a longtime Epstein associate, in a dimly lit room. No date, location, or explanation accompanies the photo, but its inclusion in the Epstein files has fueled renewed scrutiny. Brunel died by suicide in a Paris prison cell in 2022 while awaiting trial on charges of raping a minor. He had been accused by Virginia Giuffre of sexually abusing her when she was underage, claims detailed in court filings in both the U.S. and France. Giuffre herself died by suicide earlier this year. Ratner has also faced multiple sexual assault allegations over the years, including claims from actresses Olivia Munn and Natasha Henstridge.
You've called President Trump an idiot for his push to take control of Greenland, and you've said that Congress can't take any chances of allowing that to happen. You've met with the foreign ministers of both Denmark and Greenland this past week. How are they reacting to President Trump's threats?
Look, they're shocked, and they're trying to find reason within what's happening here. And I tried to explain to them there is no reasoning, right? The president just wants to have a legacy piece where he gets to claim that he brought in this big chunk of land that he sees on the map, even though it's, distorted map. And he's willing to ruin our whole foreign policy, all of our alliances, our economy, just so he could get what he wants. This man is doing everything for himself and nothing for us. Even the idea of buying it. We're going to spend billions and billions of dollars, potentially $500 billion, which is never going to happen. But right now we can't even afford health insurance for U.S. citizens, and we're talking about buying land. And let me just say one more time, Denmark, the Kingdom of Denmark and Greenland has said, we will give you everything you want, short of giving you possession of our land. You want more bases, you get more bases. You want to put more people, you get it. The idea that we're going to waste money for everything we want is the dumbest decision we can make. The only person who can make a decision this dumb is someone that would actually let a casino go under, and guess who's president right now?
This threat that he put out yesterday, just to remind viewers who may not have been checking Truth Social yesterday, but a very serious threat, 10% tariffs on these European countries starting February 1st, and then an additional 25% in June 1st. Elena, you cover the White House. Where's this heading? That's the question so many people have. He is not backing down despite we're seeing so much pushback in Congress, around the world, in America's closest allies. Where's he going with this?
Look, I'll say a lot of this is coming, obviously this was ratcheted up rhetoric in the days after the Venezuela operation. Yeah. The president is feeling very, very emboldened after the success of the capture of Nicolas Maduro and what they were able to do there. And that's part of what's happening behind the scenes. I'd remind you, this is something Trump has wanted for several years. He tried and failed during his first term to try and see what he could do about getting a portion of Greenland, annexing Greenland, not to this extent, but wanted to do this and was essentially told he couldn't by the people around him then. Now he is very much emboldened to trying to see what he can do here. And I will say, despite a lot of uneasiness, I'd argue, behind the scenes, even at the White House from some of his top advisors about this idea of potentially using the military to go in and try to gain control of what is a Danish territory and undermining NATO to do so. The president believes that this is a legacy building thing for him. And that's what I think a lot of this comes down to, particularly when you look at the foreign policy thing here. He believes that the Arctic region needs this type of security, not just for national security reasons because of aggression from China and Russia, but also for missile defense systems. Yeah. I'm getting in the weeds here, but I'll just say this is something he very much believes in.
Wants. Don't settle these lawsuits, but pursue them. Take the depositions of Melania Trump and Donald Trump. Ask them how they know Jeffrey. Hunter Biden has received the latest letter from Melania Trump or her lawyers or her husband's lawyers, threatening a $1 billion lawsuit for linking her with Jeffrey Epstein. This follows letters, similar letters to the Daily Beast and to James Carville. This is in part based on remarks that I made about Donald Trump and Melania Trump and Jeffrey Epstein knowing each other. And that is patently true. There are many photographs of them together. They shared a circle of acquaintances.
Crazy. And like what I can't wrap my head around is my entire life I was led to believe Congress had some power or were able to do things. They made laws and you had to follow those laws, right? That's really important to follow the laws Congress passes. But maybe not. We're seeing that the DOJ is really testing that here because theoretically, who would enforce the laws that Congress is, making? Probably the DOJ, the Department of Justice. What if the Department of Justice isn't following the laws? Who is going to get them in trouble? Because Pam Bondi is just
Over the course of more than 2 decades, Jeffrey Epstein repeatedly appeared on the radar of law enforcement agencies for sexual misconduct involving underage girls and young women. Despite numerous complaints, investigations, and warning signs, he consistently avoided serious or meaningful punishment for his crimes. This long pattern of failure has left many questioning how such extensive abuse was allowed to continue unchecked for so long. The recent release of long secret investigative punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recently release of long secret investigation punishment was left more to first community to security. The recent release of long secret investigative punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best many proposing under their kids. The recent release of long secret investigation punishment has best